On a serene afternoon, my phone vibrated gently, unveiling an email that disrupted the fragile equilibrium of my existence. The message came from my former partner, a person I hadn't exchanged words with in almost a year. Our bond had unraveled amid chaos, and I was convinced our connection was beyond repair. Yet there it was, a carefully worded digital invitation to his forthcoming wedding. As I stared at the illuminated screen, time seemed to freeze, and a wave of astonishment washed over me. Why would he include me in such a momentous event? Was this a gesture of reconciliation, or merely a courteous formality? At first, I contemplated ignoring it altogether. Perhaps it was an error, meant for someone else. Or maybe it was his subtle way of suggesting we were still on friendly terms, in some vague, unspoken way. Still, a persistent unease gnawed at me. This invitation felt like a test, an opportunity to prove I had genuinely moved forward from our shared past. For 4 days, I grappled with the decision. Should I attend? Was it even proper? Could I bear to see him after everything that had happened? Then there was my current partner, Mark. I could already anticipate his reaction. When I finally disclosed the news to him, his response was far more vehement than I had expected. He wasn't merely against it. He was deeply hurt and enraged. "It's inconsiderate," he stated firmly. "Going there is inviting trouble. Why would you even think about attending your ex's wedding? That's not moving forward, it's reopening old wounds." Mark's words pierced me. I tried to articulate my reasoning, emphasizing that my choice wasn't rooted in lingering feelings or a desire to revisit the past. It was about me. About finding closure by witnessing his new chapter and affirming my own. I believed it could bring peace, but no matter how carefully I explained, he couldn't grasp it. To him, my willingness to go seemed like a betrayal. In the days that followed, tension between us escalated. Our conversations shifted from quiet unease to fiery disputes. The trust and warmth we had nurtured began to erode, replaced by doubt and mistrust. I kept questioning myself. Was I mistaken? Was attending this event truly a violation of Mark's trust? Then came a night that changed everything. Mark came home from work, sat me down, and uttered words I never imagined hearing. "If you attend your ex's wedding, perhaps we're not meant to be together." His voice was steady, but the weight of his ultimatum crushed me. I pleaded with him to understand my perspective, assuring him that my love for him remained steadfast, and that this decision was about facing my past, not reigniting it. I wanted to confront those memories directly, so they could no longer haunt me. But he shook his head, his resolve unyielding. That night, Mark left. I sat alone in the faint glow of my apartment, the glowing invitation on my phone screen taunting my isolation. When the wedding day arrived, I chose to attend, despite the whirlwind of emotions. I dressed meticulously, hoping to fade into the crowd, my heart churning with anxiety, grief, and a strange spark of anticipation. Entering the sophisticated venue, surrounded by familiar faces, felt like stepping into a surreal dream. There he was, my ex, standing at the altar, exuding a happiness I had never witnessed in him before. Our eyes met briefly, an awkward yet genuine moment. In that fleeting exchange, I realized this wedding was more than a celebration. It was a goodbye, not just to him but to the person I used to be. As the ceremony progressed, I experienced a tangled mix of closure and regret. Watching him pledge his life to another compelled me to confront what I had lost, and what I was still fighting to preserve. Thoughts of Mark flooded my mind, and I wondered if a different choice could have altered our course. Perhaps if I had declined the invitation. After the event, I reached out to Mark, desperate to repair the rift my decision had caused. I wanted to explain everything, to bridge the divide, but he was distant, reserved. He said he needed time, that my choice had shaken his confidence in our relationship. The sting of his words hurt, but I understood his perspective. Sometimes, love alone cannot heal the divide that mistrust creates. In the weeks that followed, I reflected deeply on the sequence of events. Accepting that invitation was not a simple act. It was a symbol of the fragile boundary between past and present, trust and uncertainty. I never intended to hurt Mark, but my decision had unknowingly crossed a line. It was a lesson learned through heartache. Now I'm gradually rebuilding my life, learning to value not only my own emotions, but also those of the people I cherish. This experience taught me that closure sometimes comes not from revisiting old wounds, but from protecting what we hold dear in the present. If you ever find yourself at a similar juncture, caught between past memories and current love, proceed with caution. Trust and respect are the foundations of any relationship. Sometimes, declining an invitation is the most profound expression of love you can offer those who matter most. This isn't just a tale about a wedding invitation. It's about the decisions we make and the far-reaching consequences they unleash. For me, it was the moment I discovered what truly matters.